What is up there, guys? Dr. Phil Hodson. Today it is episode 34 of NHL 14 BHM with the Boston Bruins. So we are getting close to ending the series. We have about a couple episodes left, and including the playoffs, which is basically you guys could be getting up to 7 more videos left, which is a lot. Since NHL 15 is coming out in less than 2 weeks. So what we're going to do in this video is we are going to do simming all the way up to the trade deadline like we do usually. And as of right now, in the first 2 weeks of the Big Bad Bruins, we have an okay record. But like I said, it is the beginning of the season, so we can't really judge what our record is right now until we get halfway through the season. If you look at the standings right now, it seems like it's going to be last year, even though Toronto and Florida are different. But we are sitting in third position, and what we can do to keep that position is we need to keep winning. Dauphin has 4 goals, and Connor McDavid has 9 assists. They're leading the team, and I was hoping for them to lead the team, so that's good. And Sam Reinhart is in between that. But what we're going to do is we are going to look at the lines and see where we are. For team standings, I know I didn't do that last episode, but it's still early on in the season, so you can't really judge it. If you look at it, we're first in NHL for goals for per games. Goals against, we're 22nd, but that's, like I said, we're still early on in the season. Power play, we're second in the NHL, and for penalty kill, we are 5th in the NHL. So overall, it is pretty good. Like I said, we are going to look at the lines, edit lines. What is the line? So we have Dauphin, Reinhart, and Krejci with a beautiful, perfect first line. McDavid, Hagelin, and Riley Smith, and then Bergeron, Palat, Seth Griffith. Like I said, I didn't say it last video, but third line I want to be sort of a scoring line-ish defensive line. I know Seth Griffith and Palat aren't the greatest at defensive abilities, but still. You got Bergeron there. So let's see if he can spark up with 2 sort of young guys. I know Palat's not the youngest, but still. He can spark up some stuff with Seth Griffith and see if he can get back to his mojo. But Sam Reinhart, Connor McDavid are taking the top 6 for the centerman position just because they are young and they got so much potential in them that they can score a lot of goals and get a lot of points. So let's get into the simming. We will go a couple weeks at the time. And you know what? We'll just go up. Let's go up to the end of November. And like I said in the last video, we are going to switch up the goalies if one of them decides to lose 3 games out of 4. But as of right now, Ben Bishop, John Gibson looks like he is having a good run at it. So we're just going to it looks like, was it OT? No, no, it wasn't. Looks like Carl Hagelin took that position of most assists. Okay, so decided 1 against the Maple Crabs. I do say that because I hate that team. Okay, so Maple Leafs, we are playing back-to-back games. They're having a terrible record, but we do decide to lose against them. Okay, so John Gibson has lost 2 games out of 3 right now. And let's see if he wins against the Senators. If he loses against Tampa, then I'll pull him. Yeah, okay, so John Gibson's out. Okay, come on, no, wait. Okay, there we go. I thought it was going to continue simming, but just me. Oh, look at the Montreal Canadiens. Really good record. 10-1-3. Wow. Okay, so John Gibson is going to get traded with Ben Bishop for that starting goalie position. Till further notice, I don't know what's wrong with John Gibson. Might be just our defense also. But we'll just give Ben Bishop a run for his money, and then we'll see if he can get much better. Okay, so there we go. 4-2 win with Ben Bishop and net. See, Ben Bishop, I like the guy. Even though he is 30-something in this game, he's still a really good goaltender. He's good as a backup right now, but when you need him, he's there for you. So let's see if we win against Calgary. I know we can't win against Calgary. Okay, so it looks like the Boston Bruins are going on a roller coaster again. Don't know what's wrong with them. Come on there, guys. Oh, yes, there we go. Okay, so a 3-0 win against the LA Kings. I don't understand the simming. The simming is really bad in NHL. It's not really bad. It's just that sometimes the simming is like you win against teams that are unwinnable against in real life, or you think you wouldn't win against in real life, but when you teams that are like crappy, you're losing against them, which I really don't get. Like Calgary, where the hell did they come from? I don't get it. Like the record isn't the greatest, so we'll just keep Ben Bishop in net until he loses a couple of games. I don't think I'll probably switch him up soon enough, just to give John Gibson his starting position back so he can develop more, even though it won't be worth it. But so let's just see. Get one against Winnipeg. You want please? There we go. 4-0 win. I just want to get a good enough lead in the season. So if we do get into if I do want to do some changes, I can do some changes easily. So I just want to get enough points. So there's a little win streak with Ben Bishop. Laurent Dauphin, and still got. Looks like Sam Ryan decided to show up for assists. Nope, I don't care. But looks like our young guys are going to get good season this year. Connor McDavid, he is probably a little win streak. Eh? Nice, guys. Connor McDavid is probably in the middle of those packs. Oh, so it looks like we got was it Bifouglian, whatever. I can't say his name. Whatever. So it looks like we're going to go with defense in Europe. No, Swiss, no, Elite, no, Russia, rest of the world, WHL, as always. So there we go. It's like, I hate it when it just stops simming. Like when you're on a good streak and then it stops simming randomly because of whatever the scouts, or just because they want to throw up a message. It's like, I hate it, because when you go on a little streak like that and it pops up and it stops simming, you're just like, what the hell? Because you want to continue simming and win game. And as of right now, I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to lose against Montreal. Knowing the simming, yeah, there you go. Like, that's what I said. Like, if you, when you go on a little win streak, I like it when I just wish it wouldn't stop simming, because it does take time to sim. And it is annoying sometimes when it stops a lot of times. But whatever. It's just, I hope they do that in NHL. NHL 15. And for NHL 15, first of all, I'm going to change up Ben Bishop to John Gibson. For NHL 15, the demo is good enough. It is fresh. It is a step right. It's what I'm trying to say is it's a good step forward to a new game and to a fresh start. There might not be some ESHL gym connected, but I think it does look better, and with the time it's gonna come, and you never know, maybe in NHL 16 they are gonna put ESHL and brand new stuff in the NHL series. Like I said, it's their. I know they've been working on this game for 2 years, but maybe they don't have the tools and stuff to make it what it is right now. I know you can compare it to NBA 2K14, which, by the way, is a good example of what a sports game should be as of date, or what NHL should look like as of right now. Because esports, NBA 2K14 or NBA the 2K series, it's really good, because the player mode or be a pro, whatever, in NBA is it's so incredible. Because all the stuff you can do, and if NHL was like that, then people would stop hating on esports. But esports, it's just because they don't have any competitions. If 2K was back making NHL games, I think esport would kick themselves in the ass and make the NHL games much better, just because they have competitions. If you look at the NBA 2K series, they have competition because of NBA Live, and I think I don't know if there's another one, but I'm just saying, they're trying to outperform just for them to be the main basketball series. So that's just my little rant on NHL. NHL 15, it's not the greatest, and the way that but I mean by not the greatest, the way that esports hyped it up to be the greatest game, blah blah blah. It's still pretty good for what it is, but not as hyped as esports was announcing it. But I can't wait to play the full game. It looks like supposedly GM mode and Be a Pro haven't been really updated. Or I said Be a Pro because Live Life is out of the game, because esports decided to take it out for a reason. So whatever. So let's get back into the GM mode of Boston Bruins. Looks like we decided to go on a little win streak. We started to lose a couple games here and there, but looks like the Boston Bruins have waken up And we got a record as of right now of 23-9-3, which is really good because if you look at it, at the beginning of the season, we didn't have that good of record. And if I look at the stats, I am probably going to look at it soon the next time the simming stops, which should be the All-Star break. And guys like Dauphin and Hagelin are getting the points. I'm surprised Carl Hagelin is still getting those points. Like, he's leading assists. Wow. Man, Carl Hagelin, I have to say right now, he was a good signing. For those assists, no trade offers. I don't care. Like, for what he is, Carl Hagelin is a really good signing, and Sam Reinhart, Connor McDavid are all fighting for those assists, for that leading in assists, but I'm pretty sure they're all close and they have a shit ton of points. I'm just going to have to check it out pretty soon. But Carl Hagelin was a really good signing, and like, he was worth it. I don't know, I think it's $3 million I signed him for, and as of 2 years ago in the GMO, he popped out of nowhere, and he helped us win that Stanley Cup 2 years ago. And in the season last year, he was still producing for what position he plays for that second line. He's still producing a lot of, still producing enough points, which is surprisingly. So Carl Hagelin, really worth it. Out of all the people assigned to free agency, Carl Hagelin is worth it. It's just the simming, but still, Carl Hagelin, wow. A Dauphin, typical for him having 22 goal season, and I'm hoping at least for Dauphin to maybe try to hit the 40 goal plateau. It's might not be that big of a stretch if he continues scoring at least a goal a game, or maybe a goal every 2 games. Shouldn't be that hard for Dauphin, because last game he got 2 goals. So Dauphin, he's look, another goal for Dauphin, 27 goals in third, and was it 44 games? So there you go. And Dauphin didn't score that game. But it looks like, wow, the Boston Bruins have a really good record. And our owner might be happy for the first time this year. Or for the first time. Yeah, for the first time this year. He might be happy with our season. Because it looks like the Boston Bruins are going to hit that 50-win plateau. And I hope I do not jinx myself. But it looks pretty good. If Boston hits that 50-win plateau, that'd be good. So, nope. Let's see who made it in the All-Star game. Wait. Let me go sim up one day and see who was in the All-Star game. Can I see who was in the All-Star game? Because sometimes it says this guy made the All-Star game and blah blah blah. So let's go check. Okay, so Province Bruins they're having an okay season. Let's just go up with trades. What about trades? Really, Martin Rad, so they traded their signing. Okay, so let's go see where we are for Providence Bruins. Yeah, we're leading. Yeah, we might win that trophy again for the most points. We're leading. Richard Panik is goals and assists. And what about goals? He's there. No, assists, he's not there. What about points? No, he's not there for points. Malcolm Subban is leading for wins. And Malcolm Subban, he's there for save percentage and goals against. So let's go check the Boston Bruins, man. I'm excited to see where we stand. I'm pretty sure we're first. If not, then another team. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. We win that. We are the President's Trophies candidate, eh? President Trophy candidate. 70 points. Wow. The second team that's behind us is Montreal and Carolina at 61 points. So, wow. Looks like we might make the playoff this year. Playoffs. We are 54, so we are 10, about 16 points away from a playoff position, for getting out of the playoff position. So, I don't know, we have a good chance of making the playoffs this year. And let's go check for Laurent Dauphin's leading in goals, so that's good to see. He's over Druin, so that's really good. Riley Smith's there in goal of 2. Is that nice? Riley Smith is there. Steven Stamkos's there for assists, but Carl Hagelin is third place. No one there other than Boston. What about for points? Obviously, Druin and Stamkos are there for points. Riley Smith is there for points for Boston. 47 points. So surprisingly, I don't see McDavid or Reinhart. They might be close. If McDavid and Reinhart are at least over 40 points, I wouldn't be disappointed. But if not, then something's wrong with them. Looks like first in NHL. What about goals for per games? We are first. Goals against, we are 6th, which isn't that bad. Power play, we're 3rd. Penalty kill, we are 8th. And overall, we're looking pretty good. Player stats, really quick. We're gonna go check. Okay, so I don't know. Like I'm worried about Reinhart and McDavid. They're not there on the score sheet. Bergeron looks like he's picked up this game a little bit. But what about McDavid 40 and 42 and Reinhart there for 41? Okay. Dauphin, Riley Smith, Carl Hagelin, Laurent Dauphin, Connor McDavid, Sam Reinhart, Krejci could be getting more points, but there's a lot of stars shining him or overshining him. Bergeron looks like he's stepped up this game much more. Okay, yeah, so that's better. Okay, so I'm not too worried about McDavid and Reinhart. They could be getting much more points, but there's a lot of players that are like, they're overshining them, especially Carl Hagelin surprisingly getting like a lot of wow. Okay, so for goals, Dauphin and Smith, and you got McDavid. So, but assists, it's a really close race with McDavid, Reinhart, and then Hagelin. But still, it is doable. So let's continue it up and go all the way to the trade deadline. So the game right before the trade deadline. And then for this year, I don't think I'm going to trade anyone. Depending on where we stand, we are first. And so Mike Lambias. Okay, so Mike Liambas. Nope. Use him for checking category or physical category, and that's it. It has a pretty hard wrist shot, but other than that, no. If we continue winning, then I won't. I don't like, as of right now. I don't really think of trading anyone because John Gibson's in his game, Dauphin's on his game, Carl Hagelin's on his game, Reinhart and McDavid are on their game, Riley Smith's on their game, and Bergeron looks like he's stepped it up from last season. Maybe the pressure of him playing on that first line was too much for him, in this game, and we have to demote him on that third line. And the Boston Bruins, as of right now, they're having an extraordinary. I ruined it right there. After winning 10 straight games, I ruined it. Like, you gotta lose sometimes, eh? It's not. Let's get. So let's see if we can. Okay, 7-2 wins. Wow. And looks like Dauphin February, March, 2 more months. Dauphin is like he's gonna hit that 40 goal plateau, and for the long stretch, getting 50 goals would be good for this guy. What, third NHL season? So it is doable for him to hit that 40 goal plateau. But we just got to keep winning games and play as a team. Because him and Riley Smith, oh my God, they've been getting a look at Riley Smith, a plus-minus of 22. Man, this team, this Boston, if I was to continue more, we would be dominant in years to come. People said I ruined Boston's team. I didn't ruin it. I just made it better than it was already. It did take some time. It did take some deassembling. But it looks like as of right now, they decided to lose 2 games, which makes no sense. Looks like Gibson's tired. If he loses again, then yeah, Gibson's tired. Looks like Gibson's tired. I'm gonna give him a break. We're gonna have Bishop we're gonna give Bishop a couple of games to play, and then we'll come back on Gibson. But Gibson's been playing extraordinary. Nothing bad to say about Boston as of right now. We're just gonna give Bishop all the way to the the Predators game. Sorry about that. But we could be getting 50 wins if we can. Yeah, it looks like it was just a little fluke. But we can basically get 50 wins if we continue winning. There is a really good chance that we can hit 50 wins. But sometimes we go on losing. Like I said, we lose some games that make no sense whatsoever, and then we win games that we shouldn't win. Which is, I'm not saying Boston Rocky. So Nathan Gerbe, yeah, Nathan Gerbe, no, nope. Sorry, Nathan Gerbe, Ryan Jones, no. Alexander Killhorn. Looks like, I don't know, Colorado's had some trouble, and Ben Hanowski? Nope. Looks like Bishop had a little fluke there also, but we're going to put John Gibson back in net and see if he can win us the game before the trade deadline or before we end the video. Okay, so come on there, Bruins. Okay, so John Gibson will give you... We'll see if he's ready to play. He had a couple days off, but now it's time for John Gibson to come back and to shine on the Boston Bruins. Come on there, John Gibson. Come on. You can do it, John Gibson. You can do it. Come on. John Gibson, come on. Really? You will lose. Keegan, potential use him for his physical category. Craig Campbell, that's the guy that I traded a long time ago. Kyle Beach, nope. And Dalton Smith looks like he's sort of young. Use him for physical category. That's about it. Okay, so John Gibson disappointedly loses the game before we finish this video. It looks like we're going on a little fluke on losing games. I don't know what's up. Might just be the simulation. But looks like Boston is in a good position. If we look at the stats right now, we'll do like a little season wrap-up. We are 86. I'm not saying we're running away with that President's Trophy because we have the Carolina Hurricanes that are really pressuring us. Well, not really pressuring us, but they're 5 points behind us. And it looks like it's weak. It looks like we made the playoffs. I can tell you that right now because we're about 13 points away from 4th spot. So, yeah, so looks like, I don't know if we made the play. We could potentially clinch a playoff spot soon enough. And these next couple of games, I think if we win, then we're going to clinch a playoff spot. Yeah, so here's the West. Typical teams. Okay, then you got the East, which, okay, so Boston, Detroit, Buffalo waked up. Or they woken up. And then, okay, there we go. 86 points for Boston. That's good. Jonathan Drouin passed Laurent Dauphin, but it is a really close race. Yeah, Jonathan Drouin, Laurent Dauphin, and Riley Smith all fighting for that first place in goals or fighting for that Maurice Richard trophy. Oh, man. Laurent Dauphin does deserve to win that trophy. Jonathan Drouin, they're both the same, Drouin and Dauphin. But it would be nice to see Dauphin win that trophy and get the most goals, but we're gonna have to wake up and start winning some games. But it looks like Riley Smith says have an incredible season. And then we go on with there we go, assists. We got Carl Hagelin and Sam Reinhart for that assist run, and Stamkos pretty much ran away with that 48 point. Well, not really run away, but still he's leading in assists. But Sam Reinhart, he is there for assists at 40. Carl Hagelin at 42. Jonathan Drouin and Stamkos are at top for points. But we have Riley Smith there at 61. So it looks like this kid, or I'm not going to say kid, but I'm going to say it looks like this guy is having a good season. And then we are not there. And then we go with the Providence Bruins. We're just going to go all the way up to team standings. Okay, so Providence Bruins are first in the HL, so that's good to see. Nikolaj Eller's not there, and Richard Panik's not there, and we're not there. Malcolm Subban's there, and Malcolm Subban's there for both. So now let's go check out some individual stats. Let's just go and Stats Central. Team standings. With those couple losses, maybe we have... Okay, so we're still... Wow, we're really running away with goals for per games. Goals against, we're 13th, so that's really demoted. Might just be those couple of fluke games. Power play, we're 4th, that's good. And for penalty kill, we are 7th, so that's still good. And now let's go look at some individual stats. A really good performance by Boston this season. We are going to make the playoffs, I think, but still... we are going to make the playoffs as of right now. If we can win a couple more games, then we should clinch a playoff spot. For points, we got Riley Smith, almost a point a game guy, which is good to see because this kid is really good. Sam Reinhart, almost point a game guy also. He's really stepped up at so they're 57 points. Laurent Dauphin also. Connor McDavid, 56 points, really good for his first year in the NHL. And then Carl Hagelin also. Really good. And then David Krejci, he's gone. He's done better, and Patrice Bergeron looks like he stepped up this game. So for individual goals, Dauphin, nice. That's good to see. So basically, Laurent Dauphin and Riley Smith are having a little competition together to see who can get the most goals. Carl Hagelin and Sam Reinhart are both having their competition on who can get the most assists. But if Sam Reinhart, he's playing that first line, so he should be getting more opportunities on getting those assists. For points plus minuses, we have upgraded tremendously. All these guys there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Patrice Bergeron. That's what I want to see from you. Plus 20. Being the best two-way forward in the game. That's what I want to see from you. Plus 20. There we go. So maybe I should have played you on that third line since the first season, because it looks like he likes playing that third line. And you got all these guys getting plus minuses. That's really good. A power play goal. Riley Smith, Sam Reinhart. Short-handed goals. Laurent Dauphin. Game-winning goals. And there you go. Who shot the most in our team? Yeah, typical Laurent Dauphin there, because he's a sniper. Surprisingly, maybe because of that second line, but still surprisingly, Riley Smith. Yeah, you should have. But Laurent Dauphin took it away. Okay, so that's about it for the video. Overall, Boston's been doing really good. No recommendations for the trade deadline, because I'm pretty much not going to trade anyone. Keep it the same. So, but you guys remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. So, bye-bye.